Where has time gone, guys? I cannot believe we're already seeing updates and changes to the upcoming 2026 Ford Super Duty. You heard that correctly. Ford has released specs on the new truck. Now, did they do a refresh? That's the first question. I haven't looked at the sheet yet. One of my buddies here at Larry H. Miller Super Ford just sent me a PDF of some of the updates, so I'll probably take some time throughout the week and see if I can find any changes to these trucks. Now, I am going to go over quite a bit because they do give you like a one-pager that shows you all the updates, but sometimes there's just small things that you see over the course of time change. But yes, 2026 Ford trucks are going to be available soon to order. So let's see some of the updates. Be sure to subscribe to him if you haven't done so yet. Make sure you ask for Tim if you are in the market or if you would like to order some trucks. Let's go ahead and get into this. I just made it home. My allergies are killing me and it's 100 degrees outside, so I figured why not just do this part of the video from home. I gotta read anyways, right? So this is the overview for 2026. Now I know some of the stuff's gonna be a little repetitive from last year, but just bear with me because there's some things in here I wanna point out. So it says here, the 2026 Super Duty builds on a simplified offering strategy while extending its long-established reputation for power, durability, and advanced technology. The Super Cab 148-inch wheelbase is now available on XL. Ford Co-Pilot 360 technology and 360-degree cameras are available together across trims. The 6.8-liter gas engine is standard on XL, XLT, and Lariat. Now this is something they did last year. I'm not sure why they felt the need to put it back here. I guess they're basically telling you, hey, we ain't switching nothing for that. So for 2026, we're going to continue that. And if you don't remember, in 2023, you could not get the 6.8-liter gas engine with XLT and up trims. So you only could get it in the XL work truck with the XTX package, basically. And they changed that for 2025. On King Ranch trim and higher, the 7.3 gas becomes the standard engine. The 6.7 Power-Stroke diesel remains an option for all trims. Wheel upgrade options are associated with appearance packages. LED lamps are available to all trims, included in STX and XLT premium packages, and standard Lariat King Ranch Platinum 4x4 is standard beginning at XLT trim. So I read a lot of stuff there, okay? So let's kind of break it down. One thing I'm really excited by, and this is for the people and potentially even me, because I'll be honest with you guys, these trucks have gotten so expensive, I can't afford them anymore. The XLT has always been one of those trim levels I've never really cared for because I feel as though it's too close to the Lariat for me. But reality is, for 2025, if you were to get an XLT F450 and you wanted to get that premium package, that was not available. The reason why is because in order to get the XLT premium package, you have to get black appearance. Black appearance has not been available for the F450s or any dually for that fact. So you basically cannot get the XLT premium package for the F450, which means you can't get the 12-inch display. So if you get the 360 camera, which is a standalone option, you have to get the smaller 8-inch screen. So this is a huge update for this truck. Is the XLT premium package now gives you LED lights, but the biggest change is right here. It says here, XLT premium package no longer requires black appearance. That is probably one of the biggest updates to this truck for sure. Now back over to the left side, I think that Ford made a typo. They said here in the overview that 4x4 is standard beginning at XLT trim. However, if you go to mechanical, it says here 4x2 standard on XLT and Lariat. So if you're building a truck for 2026, if your dealer doesn't know this, if your dealer didn't take time to look at this, your pricing just went down on XLT and Lariat. Not because Ford was generous, but because Ford took away four-wheel drive as standard equipment. So you have to make sure your dealer or yourself is selecting the box now for four-wheel drive, because even I, no matter how much they give me off, well, if they give me enough off, I mean, how much does it cost to add four-wheel drive then, right? But yeah, I wouldn't buy a truck without four-wheel drive personally, because I've been in enough situations where I didn't think I would need it, and I've always needed four-wheel drive. So yes, now you do have a cheaper price point for XLT and Lariat, but the fact is 4x2 is now standard. So just keep that in mind. Under exterior, it does say tire pressure monitoring system standard. Now, I wonder if that means F450s will get tire pressure monitoring system, although they don't put in quotations anything or excluding anything, so we have to wait and see what that means. As far as new colors go, I was kind of sad to see antimatter blue go away. That color was really hard to see. Like, I try to do more videos on antimatter blue, but I can never really find enough trucks in the trim levels that I want to do the video in with that color. Darkened bronze is going away for next year, which I'm okay with. Now they're adding argon blue metallic, so hopefully we'll see a color for that. Iconic silver metallic is a new color. I guess they took that color away from the Fleet, and now they bring it back, so Fleet only. Marsh gray is basically going to be the color that's replacing the darkened bronze. We saw the marsh gray on a F-150 King Ranch video that I did a few months back, so that's not a surprise, right? And apart from that, interior, nothing is changing. Safety, security, Ford Copilot 360 technology, nothing's changing. So it says here, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I don't know how to read this because I was talking to Tim at the dealer, and he and I kind of came to the same conclusion, but we could be wrong. It says here, security code, keyless entry keypad, driver's side, optional with XLT premium package and Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. So I wonder if they're putting that back in the B pillar for the driver door, which is the keypad, versus the little one that they slap on the side of the truck. I wonder if that's what that means. If they're bringing that back, dang, all the people who bought the 2025 will be a little ticked off because of it. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. It says here, secure code, wireless keyless entry, keypad, driver's side is a dealer installed option now, optional on XL. That's nice. So for the guys, work truck guys out there who don't want the higher trim levels, that is a nice add-on for these trucks. You guys see the running boards there. There's also a battery jump start system available now with case. Might be a nice thing to add to your build if you're building these trucks from the factory. Hard rolling truck bed cover by Real Truck Advantage. Sport roll, soft roll up, truck bed covered by Real Truck Advantage. Now they also have some tailgate lettering. So I believe they stamp Super Duty in the back of the tailgate. Matte black, carbon fiber. It would be nice if they added some carbon fiber options to the truck, because I think just having carbon fiber in the back of the truck would look kind of weird with no other carbon fiber. Just saying. And windshield sunshade, which no one cares about. You can get those for $10 from AutoZone. They're gonna be $100 probably from Ford. And there's a toolkit, illuminated front emblem, and kicker subwoofer. So GM offers a kicker subwoofer. Now Ford is offering their iteration of the same thing basically. I've thought about getting that too with my GMC, but I haven't had a chance to really take the moment to look at it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that they're changing. Now there is some package updates, but I'm gonna hold off on that. The only thing I'll say is this. Lariat is adding a premium package. I don't know if that's replacing the, what do you call it, the ultimate package, or they're just changing the name to Lariat Premium Package, or is it a smaller or cheaper option compared to the ultimate package? Maybe that's what it is. Now the Trimmer Off-Road Package, which is going to be a late availability for XLT and Lariat unless ordered with Lariat Premium Package. Or Lariat, oh no, it says here Premium Package or Ultimate, so there is going to be two packages. So we'll have to wait and see what that Lariat Premium Package brings, because I didn't get any information on that. But you can now get the standard output diesel with the trimmer trucks, which is interesting. See, I did a video saying that for 2026 or maybe later in the model years, maybe the standard output power stroke would go away, because I'm seeing a lot more high outputs. Like in 2023, I saw majority standard outputs because people were probably nervous about the new diesel. 2024, I started to see almost a 50-50 split for 2025. Most of the trucks I'm seeing have the high output power stroke. So yeah, now you can get that standard output, which is a good thing because again, if you're all about price point, right? The trimmer package is already expensive. So getting that high output is $13,000 versus basically $10,000. I think it's a no-brainer. You can save yourself $3,000, and the standard output is plenty powerful, right? And yeah, in the next video, we're gonna talk about one of these packages. You can probably see it here, but I wanna do a separate video on it because for 2025, they were supposed to add something and they never did. So I wanna do a separate video on it. But yeah, I hope you guys like the video. There is not expected to be a refresh for this truck. And that could be a good and bad thing depending on how you look at it. It all depends on the pricing. If the pricing stays very close to what it is now, that's a good thing because a refresh would obviously bring more money. But in this case here, if it does go up, it's kind of a bad thing that they didn't refresh this truck because normally after 3 to 4 years, they always do some type of mid-cycle refresh. But Ford is, as I've said in other videos, they're kind of on top of the world here. They don't really need to do anything because GM is not probably scheduled to do a full redesign on the HEs for another couple years or so. Ram didn't do much for their trucks. They did a very mild refresh and they added a new transmission, but Ford still has the most horsepower and torque across the board for gas and diesel engines. And I think right now they still kind of have a lot of skin in the game for what they're bringing to the marketplace. So we'll have to wait and see how pricing shakes out, and then we'll have to go from there. Peace.